for a fantastic new spot to try, head over to Spring and check out Belly of the Beast, because not only is their menu some of the best food items that I have found in the entire city of Houston, but we've got a James Beard award-winning chef straight and hot off the press. Chef Thomas Bille, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love that you have the medal, and we forced him to put it on. It's not like you wear this every day, right?
No, just at home.
But congratulations again. Best Chef Texas. That is a tremendous award, and we're so very proud of you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Really
tell us a little bit
honor.
about the backstory, though, of Belly of the Beast. How did this whole thing come about, and how did you land up in this space here in Spring?
So the original space we opened in 2020, February 2020. It was
terrible year to open, by
yes,
the way. I'm
absolutely.
sorry.
Yeah, the timing, right? We opened in Old Town Spring, and 5 weeks before the pandemic, and my first restaurant that I ever opened on my own, and pandemic happened.
Of course.
I try not to relive that trauma, but
right.
Despite all that, we were very successful.
Yeah.
We got good praise from press, and we just we did what we had to do, what everybody was doing, trying to survive, and doing to-go packs, family
right.
packs, and we actually, so the original menu was like a love letter to like Mexican American cuisine, right? So
okay.
it was very chef driven.
And tell our viewers a little bit
yeah.
about that. What are some of those Mexican American popular dishes that you like to make?
So, for example, we do a pasta,
okay.
and it tastes like street corn.
Oh, okay.
So we do.
You have handmade flour tortillas.
Yes.
Right?
Well, 50-50s. We call them 50-50s.
Okay.
So we do half masa, half flour.
Okay.
And then we do actual corn tortillas too. And then we got stuff like our pork chop dish, for example. It is seasoned with ras el hanout, which is a Moroccan spice. And then we grill it, and then we brush it with a apricot chipotle barbecue sauce, and it's served with a corn masa hoe cake.
Everything that you're
apricot.
mentioning is literally
Yeah.
making my mouth drool right now. So from the humble beginnings, you came from California, right?
Correct.
So you moved
Yeah.
over here to Texas with your lovely wife Elizabeth, and you guys really put in everything you had. It was like we were either going to make it or not.
Yeah,
and now look at you taking home a James Beard
Yeah.
Award. I want to talk about that ceremony. What was that experience like, just being there?
A mix of emotions. You're anxious, nervous, excited, happy, culmination of
and
everything.
they call your name,
Yeah.
and then what happens? You're like, oh my goodness.
I was actually very shocked because they said the names in alphabetical order.
Okay.
So I was kind of like blacking out because I was just like rubbing my hands, like sweat off my hands. And so when Chef Naisha opened the envelope and she said my name, I thought they were reading the nominees again.
Oh, no.
So I looked over to Elizabeth and she's like, "You won," and I was like, "What?" Took me a while to get up, so I got up and I was just like, first thing that came out of my mouth
Yeah.
was like, "What the bleep?"
First, actually, because I said, or I read that you had, something written down, but everything goes out of the window when you say the moment.
Actually, I did have a speech written, and it was in my pocket.
Yeah.
But I wrote it in my shorthand.
Yeah.
So I would have been up there like trying to decipher what I write, because
Yeah.
sometimes I can't even read my own writing. You should see how my cooks feel when I write prep lists for them. They're always like, "Chef, what does this say?" And then I'm even sometimes like, "Wow, that one's pretty hard to read."
Yes, chef? Question mark?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing the experience with us.
Absolutely.
We're so proud of you. Congratulations. And you guys don't go anywhere, because I know we've got one dish in front of us now, but we're going to take a look and explore the rest of the menu. You're going to bring out some more stuff that we can take a look at and let our viewers know how they can make some reservations, but you guys are not going to want to miss this. I'm going to send you back to the kitchen now, Chef. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
I'm going to toss it back to Derek and Tessa as we get ready for a little bit more at Belly of the Beast here in Spring, you guys.
Okay, Lauren Kelly, good stuff, by the way, and congratulations are in order. So much talent here in Houston.
It's a tasty Friday.
Tasty Friday.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Belly of the Beast is a Houston culinary treasure. It's where bold flavors and fearless cooking come together.
And the restaurant is led by the talented chef Thomas Bille, serving up unforgettable dishes that celebrate tradition, but also with a modern twist. And did we mention that Chef Thomas just took home the James Beard Award for Best Chef Texas? Woo! You know, NBD, no big deal. Lauren Kelly's been hanging out in Spring this afternoon to get a taste of what is on their menu. Lauren, this is a really big deal.
Yeah, I know we jokingly said no big deal, but Chef, this is a very big deal. Congratulations again on your James Beard Award. And that really takes the restaurant and yourself from a local stage to a national stage. I mean, you're really getting the eyeballs here on Belly of the Beast, huh?
Yes, we are.
And it's exciting, isn't it?
It is very exciting.
Yeah, you and your wife, Elizabeth, they're so lovely. I was just kind of looking around the restaurant, and it's got such a great, cozy vibe. Your service doesn't start until 5:30, right?
5 p.m. actually.
5 p.m. And then you go until what time?
9 p.m.
And that is Wednesday through Saturday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you want to make a reservation, we decided that the easiest way for our viewers to do that is to go through
Open Table.
Okay. Well, you have a website if people want to go and learn about you guys, right?
Correct. It's BOTBfood.com.
Okay, so bellyofthebeastfood.com. Speaking of the food, you brought out some dishes.
I
and
did.
To explain to our viewers, though, really quickly about what is on the menu, how do you describe it? It's a Mexican-American cuisine?
So it's New American through the lens of a first-generation Mexican-American. And what does that mean? That means, so at home, growing up, I grew up very Mexican, right? Speaking Spanish, traditions, values, food specifically. But then you go out into the world and, you know, you're experiencing American food, right? Like the melting pot of what is America, right? So I'm eating Thai food, Vietnamese food, Korean food, Japanese food, Italian, you know, like the list goes on. French, you know, so, you know, and that's what makes this country beautiful, right? Like all the influx of immigrants that have come and established us, and we're able to eat like so many types of different cuisines, and that has left a very huge imprint on me. So, and I try to introduce that into our menu.
I mean, it really is about the bold flavors, the community, and just really the city of Houston, because that right there that you just described is the big melting pot of the city of Houston, which is so great. You can go up and down the streets and find a little bit of everything, which I love is what we're about to get into here in the menu. So tell us what we have in front of us today, because my mouth has been watering since you brought it out.
So, you know, well, you mentioned that it's like National Ceviche Day tomorrow, I believe. So I said, well, let me present to you our seasonal ceviche. So what we have here is line-caught hiramasa, which is a kingfish from the New Zealand waters. We gently cure it in leche de tigre, which is like lime juice, ginger, garlic, a little bit of celery, and some fish stock made from the bones from the fish. And then we toss in some roasted corn because it's in season, some beautiful heirloom cherry tomatoes, some red onion. And then we finish it with a little bit of herb oil with a coconut leche de tigre.
Oh, look at the color of that. That's beautiful.
So we pour that over table side for everybody and gives it that marbled look. And then the trick is, let me bring that to you. The trick is to
you can bring it right to me.
is to mix in the fish before you take a bite. And that way it's all like fully incorporated.
Oh my God, this smells so good. Ceviche is one of my absolute favorite dishes. So as I'm mixing this, I'm gonna take a bite of this. We gotta get into the, I just gotta take a bite of this. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
I know I'm a terrible eater on camera, and I'm sorry for that, but I had to take a bite. Okay, tell us really quickly about the other two dishes that are very popular.
We call this the peach and burrata, very, very literal. We got these beautiful peaches from Fredericksburg, Texas. Peach season is among us. Some beautiful grilled bread from a local bakery. And then we have burrata cheese. and it's topped with a pistachio and shishito pepper relish.
And then this one I know very,
Yes.
very well, the carne asada.
Yeah, which is our most popular dish by far.
Okay.
It is a rosewood wagyu bavette, which is a sirloin flap.
Okay.
Citrus marinated. We grill it to order, and then we brush it with a little bit of chimichurri butter.
Okay.
And then we have some grilled onions that are on top that are marinated in Maggi and lime juice. And then we finish it with some cilantro for herbaceousness.
Say no more, because I'm going to
Yeah.
say goodbye. I'm not going to let anybody else watch me eat on camera today. Congratulations, Chef
Thank you
Bille,
so
on the
much.
James
Thank
Beard
you.
Award. We're so proud of you and the restaurant here, Belly of the Beast. Derek and Tessa, I am going to finish this. I promise you don't have to watch me eat, but I'm going to toss it back to you guys in Studio B for now.
Okay, normally we don't love watching people eat, but Lauren, with every bite, we were like, wow, this is the best day of our lives. Lauren Kelly is having a delicious meal. Chef Thomas has that award around his neck. Wanda brought us ceviche and wine. I mean, what's not to love?
We're drooling. We're drooling. We had to wipe the drool off of our face.
Ray, can we get a napkin, please?
Please, Ray's eating.
Ray.
Ray's almost in a good mood today.
Ray's in a food coma, too.
Okay, listen,
All
after
in
the break,
trance.
we're going to